Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's podcast. This is podcast number 16. This is Atlas coming to you from always warm, always sunny, eternity. The contract value is 782,616 Crow, and we have 969 users. We're getting very, very close to our 1,000 user. That's the next goal that we're going to be achieving. And with that, we think that it's going to happen fairly quickly. We're bracing ourselves for really a large wave of investors coming over here to Eternity through the marketing efforts that Mr. Steve H has been cooking up. He's got the marketing baking in the oven. I could smell it from where I'm sitting right now, guys. And the man has been putting in the work. He's got a staff as well that has been preparing just a media blitz, guys, of what's to come here, as well as we have a couple of AMAs lined up for this week, which is what we do best, going out and speaking with folks like we do here every evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 p.m. UTC, answering questions, explaining the wonderful opportunity that you have here at Eternity with our phase 1 giga miner that's going to be going cross chain to our sister chains that have a lot of investors that really seeking that fantastic return that we're able to offer here, and gearing up for our phase 2, which is about a week away. It is a stealth launch. We don't want to tell you too much. We don't want to give the name away. We want to make sure that it is a fair launch, a stealth one, where everyone's going to have a great opportunity to get into the contract, and we don't want the crazy FOMO hype and the bots and all of the things that just complicate something that should be very smooth. And part of the reason that from day one we've had over, I think, a month of folks in the Telegram, folks that we've traded with, folks that we've worked with before in projects, folks that we know are great investors, and people are looking for secure investments. And we've told them, guys, keep it quiet. We don't want all the ruckus. We don't want too many folks coming that don't understand how the investment works, what this right strategy is, what the due diligence and looking at the performance of these contracts and other projects and the success they've been able to achieve, and how we're taking the baked beans, we're taking the drip, and we're upgrading them, and we're putting them together. We're taking two fantastic things that are well proven, and through our work here, doing it so that someone that maybe shows up 6 months from now, a year from now, is going to have a fantastic opportunity. That it's not going to matter too much whether you're the first person or the first day or the first week or first month. We want everyone to have an opportunity to come and get passive income here and to grow as much as they like. So Mr. Steve H is still not here. I hope he's going to be making it. We're probably going to be for an hour and a half here tonight, according to how many questions and how many folks really want to participate with us. But he is trying to hurry, come through with some fantastic things that he's been working on that we're really excited about, and we believe are going to bring some great traction here, because it's time to start building on top of this fantastic foundation that we've created here with over 1,300 members in our Telegram, folks that have bought in to the project, who have done their due diligence, who have educated themselves, asked the right questions, and they're at a point now where they're seeing their investment working. They understand what the opportunities are with phase 2, and as we're going to be expanding on a phase 3 with the cross-chain miners. And they're at a point that, as they've bought in and as they've learned of how the project really benefits everyone, we all win together. So we've seen just a fantastic response from the community, especially when it comes to helping each other. We have fortunate here day and night. I don't want to burn the guy out. He's a fantastic person with a family and beautiful children. And the more that we can come and help him the more energy he's going to have, because this is a very long-term, project we're doing here. So we don't want anyone to get burnt out. We want to be able to assist. We want to be able to be a team player. And for those of you that really want to get involved, even become a leader here in the community, and stand out. There's a couple of folks I've already noticed their star rising, really, really fast and really high. And we had a promotion of a moderator. One of these people that I'm speaking about. That it's very easy to see when folks are going out of their way to help the community, to get involved, and fortunate, being so professional, a very empathetic person, very knowledgeable, very kind and respectful, has set the tone, has set, the president and the bar of how we want to conduct ourselves, how do we want to treat each other, how do we want to greet folks when they come here to our community. And as we grow, there's going to be more questions. There's going to be more, folks wanting to see and take a temperature of what the community is about as part of their due diligence, what the developers of the projects are about, and the team, and the marketing efforts, and all the things that it takes to make a really successful project. And there is no successful project without a fantastic, reliable, dedicated group of admins, mods, and especially the whole community. So we're very excited about that, and now we're poised for the growth. We don't want to go too overboard, like a overnight growth that is going to overwhelm us, because then we'll have Fortunate really ended up in the hospital in a couple of days. So we're trying to go gradual, but we're at a point where now it's the media blitz time. The AMA tours, we have one on Monday with the DeFi snipers. That's going to be at 8 p.m. UTC. And I think that time correlates to, 4 p.m. EST. We're going to have that posted for you. Gordy's already got the banner almost fully baked. Is that correct, Mr. Gordy?
Yes, sir. It's ready to rumble.
Fantastic. And that is 4 p.m. EST, 8 p.m. UTC?
Let me double check right now.
No, you're 100% correct.
So we got the AMA with DeFi snipers on Monday, 4 p.m. EST.
Great.
Yeah.
So yeah, as this is being recorded, and there are folks that can't be here at this time, it is, you're past midnight in, for example, London and other places. They'll be listening to this tomorrow. We want to make sure that they get the correct information. We don't make a mistake on the recording. So thank you, Justin, as well. And thank you, Gordy. Fantastic work from both of you guys. So there's, let me see here. We've gone over the AMAs. Okay, that's Monday, and we're working on a few others for next week. And the strategy to really share with you guys, we want to really focus on the miner. We want to increase the LTV on the miner. Okay, we reached a 1 million crow mark, and we want to get back there, and we want to surpass that. Fortunately, we've seen the markets really take a beating. That's been across the board. We have global economic uncertainty. We have geopolitical concerns all over the world, right? GDPs are dropping everywhere. Fiat currencies are taking a beating and losing value all around the world. And through all that, if you just take a second and you look and you understand the whole while that this is happening, we're past our 2-week mark, and everyone that has invested in Eternity is receiving their return on investment up to 8% every single day. Every single day, guys. That is something that, as the recession continues. I personally believe we are already in a recession, and I do believe this is probably a 2 to 3 year cycle. I don't know how much you've walked around and looked at stores, malls, gone to see businesses that are closing, that are struggling. The area that I live, I'm seeing that quite a lot. Even the folks that are doing online business, they're going to feel it as well. Being in a investment like what we have here, guys, is the absolute, in my opinion, best way to hedge yourself. Because it's not just, fiat, crypto's also, seeing that. So you want to hedge yourself. If Bitcoin were to go down to $20,000, that's something that is possible. But whichever crypto you are in, if you are hedged where you're getting a high APR on a daily basis, to be anything over 1% a day is an absolute miracle. And then you add compounding to that, and you do that math, and it's mind-blowing. That's something that these people that are going to have issues as the economy is contracting. This is the moment, guys. There is a huge need, and that's why we've created this project, to be able to bring folks in here and say, hey, don't panic, relax. You don't need to come in with a lot of money. You want to supplement your income. You want to hedge. You want to have something for the future, because there are going to be folks that are going to do very, very well. As I say, when there's blood on the streets, there's a lot of money to be made. So folks are looking for alternatives. Folks are looking for that passive income. As their businesses wind down, as they're becoming less profitable, as they're, instead of expanding, they're going out of business. They're not flourishing. They need a place to come and call home with their investments and say, hey, I'm going to take a part of my investment, 5%, 10% of whatever I have, I'm going to put it into this. I'm going to invest in it. And some folks, as we see as Mr. Brad, they're going to turn this into a business of its own. He's identified very clearly that if you get very active and you go speak to these people, these business owners that haven't paid the taxes, property taxes, they haven't even, paid the rent. They haven't paid the electric bill. So this is serious. I talked to a friend of mine that owns a truck driving company in the United States. And he was on the phone with me, and he received, a WhatsApp with the actual, the receipt from one of his drivers. It was $1,300 US to fill up the truck. That's, something that maybe, 6 months ago was, maybe $500-600 he was telling me. It's real. It's happening right now. And that, I think, is a refuge. It's an opportunity for all of us. We understand it. And our objective here is to really cross on over, transcend just, MetaMask users and people that have done memes and meme tokens or shitcoins or whatever you want to call them. Folks that are just regular, mom and pop people, nurses, truck drivers, people that work at restaurants, hotels, hospitality. Everyone needs a passive income play. And here you don't really have to do anything. So that's why our ultimate goal here is to create a very sustainable long-term project where people can feel safe. That's why Gordy has designed a very professional looking user interface. So when they open, they download this on a mobile app, they're like, this looks fantastic. This looks like a bank almost. This is something very easy to use. I can take my credit card out. I could put, $100 in here. I don't even have to go to crypto.com or Binance, FTX, Kraken. I could do it all right here. And I could, show my friend, because I'm doing well, I'm making money. I could show my QR code, and they're already under me in both of the projects, the miner and our upgraded version of Drip. So we know where we're headed, and we need all of you to come on this fantastic journey. I can't answer every question. I know Fortunate can, although he's trying. We need you to be a part of that growth. The more it grows, the longer all of us are going to be able to really share in this prosperity and this passive income. So that's, what I really wanted to identify now. And I want to congratulate every single one of you that's here, because by being here and investing here and having the patience and a sacrifice to understand that the play here is long term, you're showing us that you're serious, that you want to get your money right. You want to get your crypto also right, your future, your dreams, your family. You're going to be able to do that here. And we're going to be able to do that for a lot more folks. So that's kind of my intro over here. Fortunate. With that, do you want to add something to the points you just made there? We'd love to hear your take on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, thank you so much for the time. I do really love sharing with everyone here. And I do owe a lot of credit to you and Steve and Gordy and all the people that are working really hard behind the scenes, because you guys are really putting in a lot of work here and putting a lot of time. You have these AMAs every single day, right? And you have a partner in life. You have some dogs that you need to take care of, but you are showing that you deeply care about us, because you sacrifice at least an hour out of your day to do these AMAs for us, to keep everybody up to date and in tune. And another thing with that, you, Steve, Gordy, you all listen, and that's something that I always remember, because you're patient. You take time to understand, the questions that I might have, that might seem like a silly question, but you just let me talk, and that's something really memorable. Typically in crypto, you're used to being shut down, and with you all, it's a little bit different. So that's something that we need to kind of try to reflect, and I try my best to reflect as well in the community when people have these questions. I try to be like you all, understand what they're trying to ask, maybe ask them to ask in a different way, and to have that patience. I want to be the best reflection of you all, because I'm very grateful and lucky, as you could call it, blessed, to have a team like you all who is patient, because you can build me up to be that for other people, and the community, they can step up as well and be a reflection for that, and have that patience. And like you said, each person playing a role in helping each other learn, it's going to free up time for you to do stuff that you need to do over in the sausage factory, as you call it, where the blood, guts, and tears and all the good stuff happens. And that's how you make the sausage. So as much time as we can free up for you, I think that many of us are glad to do that. And everyone's really right on point with growing and educating. It was great to see that we had a mod promoted here recently. um, I did put out another name for somebody to possibly get promoted in, in the future, if the team does agree with it. And that's great progression. We will need this progression as we grow bigger, right? Because I won't be able to be here, 20 hours a day every single day. So we need everyone's help, and you all play a critical role in making this project alive. So you all are a great blessing as well. I want you all to know that deeply from my heart, because some communities, they're very riled up, as you could say, and there's a lot of differences that you can see. More professionalism. There's people taking this seriously, and um, people have started wallets for their kids, and I have myself. With that being said, I didn't start them off with a whole lot of money, but I've been compounding for them like crazy, even more than I had myself. Um, and I've seen that they were like catching up to me fast. So I'm like, well, with this TVL at this lower rate, why don't I just compound some more on my personal wallet as well? That way I can get some benefit from it too. These are things that we need to educate people on if they really want to grow and they really want to, see the increase in that bag, and they feel bad for not being able to put in $50,000. Compounding is really, really a great tool, and I encourage you to utilize it. So, not financial advice, like always, but spread the word. Get your people in now. The sooner they get in and start compounding, the better, and they can start learning the system. So we're doing great. We're ready for takeoff. Like Atlas has said, we're primed and ready to go. And there's a lot of great stuff coming up from the team. I know that everybody's so anxious about phase two, um, or greatly anticipating phase two, well, like myself too. But we have to remain patient and allow the team to get to where they need to be as far as having everything on point, ready to go, and ready to market. That way, people see the beautiful UI versus this one that we have now. Nothing against that, nothing against what we have now, but when we have that upgraded UI, that user interface, it's going to be more attractive and it's going to get more investors. So keep that in mind. Let that keep you motivated, and I hope I help with this speech, and I'll give it back to you, Atlas.
Thank you so much. Guys, this is the moment. It is right now. It's easier, and this has been proven time again through recessions, it's easier to expand in a bad economy if you have the skills and you understand how to seize the opportunity. We've identified the geopolitical and economic situation around the world. Okay, this is not a joke. I'm not telling you and I'm not trying to bring panic to you. This is a reality, guys. These are facts. And folks are generally more than ever looking for a safe haven for their fiat, for their assets, for their money that's in the stock market, for their funds that are in crypto. They are needing this, and I just want to make sure I've been able to convey that to all of you. How we are in a storm, and this is the perfect product for so many folks. We're okay, we're in already, but we're going to expand so much because we are able to really understand that the real need for having that passive income, and those folks turning this really into a business, like Brad has been doing. So we're going to see folks do that. We're going to see folks are just going to come in here and look for that passive income, and they're going to enjoy, they're going to love being, a part of this. The phase one miner, think of the training wheels when you're, a child and you're learning to ride the bike. That's why we are going to really take advantage of, this next week before phase two, because out of the two investments, it's really the easiest one to understand. There's only one level. That's something a lot easier to explain to someone than drip. I mean, that's, in my opinion, very, very true. And we don't want to gloss over it. We have a fantastic system for the passive income, and we'll see how it plays out. But I do believe that we're going to get a lot of traction into our miner as we cross chains, as we go out and we speak to folks, as we make the mobile app for the common non-crypto investor, expert, enthusiast who's looking for that great passive income, that's looking for that safe investment, that they just download the mobile app, pull out their credit card, and they're ready to go. They're signed up and they're working. So we want to really take the time. You guys, I think, already understand it very well. We want to get at that second wave of investments into the phase one. We want to get everyone well educated, comfortable, understanding, not freaking out if the LTV is going down. Gentlemen and ladies, it is normal. It is healthy. We want everyone here to take on the 7th day their rewards. They've earned it. 6 days compounding, sacrificing, like going to the gym, 6 days a week, eating a very clean diet, intermittent fasting, whatever, is your method to reach your goals. the method for the miner is very simple. It has a sacrifice. Folks need to understand that the moment that they put their funds into the LP here, that they can't just withdraw it the next day. And that's part of the beauty of the whole ecosystem, that no one can show up here and drain our liquidity. We can go to sleep, ladies and gentlemen, knowing that our funds are going to be there tomorrow. Not only that, but we're going to hit the compound button. Some of us more than 3 times a day. I know I do. So these AMAs that are coming this week, we've got some great folks that are inviting us over. We have an incredible syndicate group with the founders over there. Most of those guys own their own, groups, lounges, Discord, DeFi investment, servers. We already went to the Cobras last week. That was fantastic. Those guys are sitting over there, and from the link, they're linking to the phase 1 miner. They're compounding every day. They're earning off of those 12% deposits every time someone does that. They're using those funds. Last week they were buying 3 plots of land on the metaverse, paid $6,500 in gas. Okay, with funds that were coming from the investment here. They've understood that is a money-making machine that they don't have to sit and harp on. It's just there, and then their community's going out and bringing other people, and it just keeps expanding because everyone knows 6 other people. And it's going to be a great, fantastic week. The marketing's coming, and we're just asking you guys to be on alert. If you see a lot of folks starting to come here and ask questions, I want to make a call to all of you. If you have the time, if you have some skills of answering questions, the way that the Telegram set up, there's a lot of commands to answer a lot of the basic stuff, and even some of the complex stuff. We've prepared, but if you can lend a hand, all hands on deck. If we get overloaded, just understand it's for the good of the whole community. And we didn't get to speak to Mr. Brett yesterday. I want to see if maybe today you're not as busy, and maybe you want to come and share with us, because we were very impressed with your article, and I wanted just to hear from you a bit and your experience in these systems, because obviously you're investing into these type of projects, understanding the underlying risk as well as the opportunity.
Oh yeah, thanks a lot, Atlas. I appreciate all the response, all the feedback everybody's given me. It's been great so far, and it's really motivated me to put out another article. So I'm kind of waiting on, I'm building one right now for phase 2. And yeah, I have a little experience with drip. I got in last year, I think in December or so, right when it was on the way up, and it's come down a little bit, but all the things that you mentioned before about having a passive income play right now is just super important. And that's, ultimately what led me here. So that was kind of a blessing in disguise. Drip's still paying every day, 1% going compound or claim, you make the decision. So it's been great, and it's given me a foundation to really understand what you guys are trying to do here. And with the potential upgrades, all of the roadmap items that you've already kind of previewed, I'm real excited about it. So yeah, I'm putting in a lot of effort into bringing in, possible lounge owners, doing some things behind the scenes that I think will benefit us in the long run. But yeah, just really pumped, staying on all the AMAs and trying to keep up to speed with everything, jumping in and out of the chat when I can on Telegram, just to kind of see what's going on, take the temperature of the community, keep up with, what other people are having issues with, or if I can help out, that's great. But yeah, so far so good. And the returns have been awesome. With the TVL down today, I was compounding like crazy. So TVL down equals compound like crazy, TVL up, potentially claim. But I think, most people know I have a long-term vision for this. I'm looking out, 2-3 months. We're such the beginning stages. If you look at what Baked Beans has done, what Drip has done, 2 years, 3 years is easy if things are done right. And you guys have really impressed me. The team here, the culture, the mindset just syncs really well with me. And I resonated with everybody right away. You know, if you guys have experience in DeFi groups, on other Telegram groups, or just in general, it can be really toxic, you know, sometimes. And none of that's here, which is great. I know it's the beginning. We're going to have ups and downs, but as long as everybody, you know, has the same mindsets, rowing together, I think, you know, this has a really good chance of success and a very good long-term play. So this is where I'm spending my time, my energy. I'm still in drip, going to stay in drip. You know, that's a long-term play as well. And I think anybody that's in this space and starts to learn how all of these passive income opportunities work, you know, you want to set up multiple streams if you can. So this is, you know, 2 more in the quiver with Eternity and then the phase 2 upgrade. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that launch and participating in that as well.
Thank you, Brett, and thank you for your effort. And I love when you said this is the place I want to hang out, and you like how things are running here. I just want to give you a round of applause, man.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you,
so
man.
much. Yeah, everything that you said in the beginning is spot on. You know, this economy that we're in, the geopolitical pressures and everything we have going on, you know, you can have your, I guess, safer bets, but I think that everyone should have some investment in crypto, some exposure to crypto, I should say. And then that exposure to crypto, if you want to stay out of the volatility and you want something that you're not going to have to look at the chart every day, you can still relax and breathe, this is the best place to be. I was a trader and trying to do that route, looking for other ways to, you know, maybe turn that into something I could do part-time. And it takes a level of expertise. I went through some training classes and did all of that stuff to do, you know, leverage trading, swing trading. Did it for a little while. And then last year on December 4th, I don't know if you remember that market correction, but that wrecked a lot of people, including myself. And that's when I started really looking for these passive plays. You know, where can I put my money? You know, obviously there's risks involved, but they certainly don't take the level of skill or that, you know, the mental toughness, I should say, to survive those kind of ups and downs, because crypto is just, you know, it's crazy. It's the most volatile asset in the world. So
Brutal. It's brutal. Brett, in the same chair and desk that I'm sitting at today, last year I lost on one trade in less than 3 minutes, 86.3 BTC.
wow.
I almost had a heart attack. My wife had to come from, you know, I was calling to her from upstairs to come help. And so, you know, that story really relates with me about, you know, 3 years really hardcore leverage trading. You know, mainly Bitcoin. I didn't do a lot of Ethereum, but that let me and a friend of mine that I knew from the, you know, the trading servers, the Discord world, was always telling me about, hey man, you know, come to this side, get into some tokens, and you know, I ended up with 19. Yeah, the value was on FTX around 19 cents from 86.3 BTC. The volatility does not really work well, and I knew that. I can't blame them. I usually use Bybit for leverage trading, but I don't like to keep my main bag on Bybit. You don't know if those guys are going to be there, you know, next month or next, you know, week. Fantastic place for being able to execute market or limit orders instantly. But on FTX, unfortunately, if you don't have a stop loss, my friend, and Elon Musk goes out publicly, strategically, saying that Tesla doesn't accept Bitcoin anymore because it's not clean, it's dirty Bitcoin. It's not good for the environment. That's the day last year that I took that beating, and one of the reasons that I wanted to work with Steve and Gordy and get this out there, and that's my next question to you, Brett. You know, I think I've explained, you know, pretty clearly the vision that we have here of going to the mass market, and it's not just America, that's going to be feeling this recession for the next 2-3 years. It's everyone all over the world. And these systems are if they're done correctly in the right hands, can really benefit a lot of folks. But you need to run it correctly. Steve's incorporated, gotten the LLC for the business, filing with FinCEN, the SEC. Everything has to be done correctly if we're going to be able to transcend DeFi and go to the mainstream consumer. And I wanted your opinion. How do you believe, understanding, folks, neighbors, colleagues you went to college with, or high school friends even, and understanding their positions and their fears and, their financial, uncertainty at this moment. How would you feel with our vision, what we're trying to accomplish here, that would transcend? How will it be received?
Yeah, I think it's the right time to start introducing this. Obviously, crypto's not mainstream, but it will be very quickly. I would imagine by the end of this year that everyone will be very aware of central bank digital currencies, how we're going to interact with banks, how that's going to trickle down and affect the consumer, everything from privacy to, how we make payments, how we pay our taxes, how we do business. Everything's going to be intertwined and interconnected at some level. And so I think if you can become your own bank with DeFi, which is kind of what the dream is, right? So that you manage your own money and not the bank as it stands today, but then you're able to benefit from that, in that you're able to provide the liquidity for those loans and those services and then get paid back for it. I mean, that's why I'm here. I mean, honestly. And that's why I ended up in this space after that, the trading story I told. I think we have probably about 6 to 9 months where we can develop these things, make them appeal to the mass market, and then really make a push by the end of the year to get that mass level adoption started and really going. Obviously, everybody has friends. Some may be in crypto, some may not. But the easier we make it to onboard them, to get them used to using it and comfortable with it, just the faster this is going to snowball. So yeah, I fully believe in the vision you guys have laid out so far. I'm excited to see where it's going to go. But obviously, this is a long-term play for me. And if you look at even in Drip, and there's the complete opposite story there. Whereas you guys are trying to, be above board, more transparent, appeal to a mass market. The opposite of that is kind of happening in some of the other degen spaces where, they want it to be this ultra private and think that they'll be able to skirt the system, which might work for a little while. There's probably still money to be made there. But I think ultimately it's going to have to come out of the shadows, and, obviously those platforms that can do that earliest will be the ones that gain the most market share. So yeah, everything you guys are envisioning and doing, I think is really playing into that. So great job. Great job.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the initiative. Look, it's all about transparency and as they say, keeping it real. And being true to yourself. I think that's our first responsibility. You got to be honest with yourself, and you got to be honest with others. We did a scrape today, and we found every single miner that's out there. There's miners since 2016. You got the BNB miner over 400 days. They're still paying. They're going. I don't think that the general public, is ready for flying pigs and fortune cookie, kind of inspired content, right? It's just they're not going to take it serious, right? So that's part of the strategy here, Brett, of really creating a brand that looks professional, functions professionally. Everything's done from the legal standpoint, so that you're able to actually get in the game and go out there. There's a project I've been working on. A lot of the guys here know for the past 6 months, and it's actually a crypto bank, fully licensed in all 50 states as a separate project, which I put on hold to create this, to get this out there, because I understand the demand for having that passive income. Later, I'll when things here are running, pretty smoothly, I'll reactivate my efforts, onto the other project, because it is very needed. We need to have, like you were saying, your bank and your crypto, and everything should be, in one, easy to use interface, where you don't have to go to send from your Bank of America or Wells Fargo, Citibank over to Binance or to Coinbase. Wait for that process, and then you want to get some actual nice APR. So then now you got to plug in and do the whole KYC and sign up, and then transfer your crypto over to Aave, right? So you can start getting into some nice APR, and this is what we want to do here, and seeing the market, what's out there. I think a lot of these projects are great where they are, and they should probably stay where they are. And then there's going to be people like us that want to, expand to the general masses, and play the legal game, and do everything correctly, and pay the taxes, and be relevant as a solution that will attract a lot of folks from Aave or Blockfolio, other areas. So I thank you for your opinion and vision, as you see what we're trying to accomplish here. And thank you for wanting to hang out and just be a part of this community, because there's so much growth. And just having you here tonight, and the way you've expressed yourself, you talk with so much authority. You're an amazing YouTuber. For those of you who don't know Brett, if you want to throw down a link to your YouTube channel, Z, you haven't met Brett before, but yeah, I think the guy's fantastic, and blew us away with just how he's able to express the minor, how the risk to reward functions, what the passive income and the compounding can do for you, and did it in such a brilliant way that you just, I felt like you took us to school and you gave us a master's degree. So it was very inspiring. A lot of people came here like, oh man, I get it, Atlas. You talk about it, but Brett went out there and just boom, posted it like a most wanted ad, outside of the bar. Everybody took notice, and everybody said, hey, we can do the same. And as we inspire folks within our community, especially those that have the desire, that want to go out and they want to be able to get their initial back, but they want more than that. They understand that the work they put in today with compounding for your future, 3 months, 6 months, a year from now, it could really be life-changing. It could really be something like Brad, our superstar here. I can really see Brad having amazing success, because the best way to predict the future is actually to create it. And that man in 2 days drove personally to 19 of his friends' homes. They had never touched any crypto in their life, and took them all the way from knowing nothing to taking their fiat all the way to Crow, and being in eternity and earning up to 8% a day. And that man is on fire. So he is creating that future. And with that, we see that Steve H is here. Steve, I've been hyping the community up. I told him that I could smell what you're baking over in the marketing oven, all the way here from my desk. So without further ado, Mr. Steve H, the floor is yours.
Hey everybody, how's everyone doing today? Yep, we have been working our butts off. We've got some cool stuff coming. We're doing a cross promotion with many different groups and NFT groups, and we're doing a pretty massive giveaway here. So basically what we're doing is we're going to be creating a show team, something to help and move the project forward, and get people excited about going out there, getting out there, and promoting the project, promoting their bags by earning 12% on everybody that they bring on using their link. So with that said, we're also going to have some people in there kind of leading the show group and the top promoters. and giving guidance and helping you with some templates, giving you examples of how to approach people, just a little bit of guidance if anybody wants that, or you can just come in and win some great prizes. So without further ado, you'll have to bear with me as I get the post ready.
It's crypto, Steve.
Now, in the meantime, we do have some cool stuff that's already starting to hit today. So we have gone out, and just as Atlas said before, we have found basically every single miner that's out there, every passive income project. And we're going through, we're finding all the active people in those, and we're hitting them up directly, and we will be sending out 150,000 messages throughout Telegram, 50,000 messages throughout Discord. We're going to have some TikTok posts on pretty large accounts that exceed 15 million followers. We're also going to have posts that are pinned for our giveaway in many different NFT platforms, and we will be posting a message here soon that shows the links in the groups of everybody who is also every project, every NFT project, every token, anyone who is going to be posting and pinning this in their chat will be a contributor, and we're going to be doing some cross marketing with them, so you can check them out. When I post the list, it'll show you everybody who's contributed. And special shout out to 8fam. He's donated 2 NFTs to the giveaway, one on Polygon, one on BSC. We've got a wrap card. So I'm going to go ahead and what we got.
Wow, Steve, I feel like I'm watching one of those commercials, and it's like, and that's not all. We're also.
That's not all. You get a mini ShamWow.
Let's go.
Billy Mays. The man with the plan that does not like. We'll leave that for once the recording's off. All right, so yep, here's what we got, guys. We are going to be giving away 5,500 Crow and 55 NFTs. You heard it right, but wait, there's more.
What? There's more, Steve? No
There's
way.
more? Not only will we be giving away NFTs, but we, my friends, are transparent. We like to show you what you're getting, what your chances are, what you have to do to get it. So here you guys are. Bear with me while my fat fingers move. And here you are, my friends. There is the list of the NFTs to be given away, the placement, and this is for people who are going to be promoting their own 12%. So you will be earning as well while you're going to, get out there and promote the project. So there is a new, it's called Eternity Shills. Anybody who wants to get into this giveaway, go ahead and join in there. Longshot, I believe Artorias will be in there as well. They'll be helping. I will be in there. And we're happy to guide you through the best way to approach people, the best way to, get it out there to the point where you get comfortable enough on your own to really get out there, make some money, and build up that compound. So, yeah, that's what we got for now. I do have a lot more work to get everything prepared. And
Hold the truck up. Hold on. So you're saying that you're giving away 5,500 Crow. Plus, you're giving how many NFTs?
55. We're going with 5s today.
55 NFTs. And through the promotion and the shilling and the program you've created, the folks are promoting their own invite links?
That is correct. You will be making money while winning prizes. And we'll also be having this giveaway posted on many, many different the NFT channels, basically almost all of them that are being given away, will be posting in their individual groups and pinning it, and the developers of these will be promoting us as well. And in addition to that, we got many different outside call groups for NFTs that are going to, take a look at this giveaway. We're going to start onboarding more people. And in addition to that, we have just a small amount of messages going out, a little under 250,000.
Here, slow down a second. I'm overwhelmed, Steve. Slow down a second, because hold on. I need to really sink. This all needs to sink in. It's a lot. Oh my God.
Love it, love it. And these pin posts of all the different groups, projects that are promoting us. They haven't even started their pin post yet because, to be honest with you, I just ran out of time, guys. I apologize. I wanted to get it in here while everybody's on voice. Maybe answer any questions anybody has about the new setup here, and I'm open ears.
Let's get this crypto.
Oopsie, I'm having a hard time.
AZ, we couldn't hear you very well, man. I already joined the show group personally, man. Well, unbelievable.
Showtime, baby. What's up then?
Wow.
How are people doing?
Wow.
Yep, see, you do sound like a church mouse. We're having a hard time hearing you there. You're very, very quiet.
Really, really, really. What about now? Can you hear me now?
Not really, a little bit better. A hair.
Like if you were in the other room.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna leave the room. I'll join in the other room. 1 second. I'll be back.
It was funny, man.
I can't hear you. You might want to, if you leave the group and come back, that normally fixes it, though.
Wow, Steve, man, I know you're on with me at since 5:30 this morning. Have you even had a chance to eat something? Prepare some brisket with some those beautiful beans and rice that you see there in the picture.
What do you think this is? I ain't got no time for brisket. Not today, at least.
Hey, see, man.
I've been haven't left the computer since 5:30 a.m.
Let's go. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Cool, man. Cool, man. Like whenever I'm here, it's a fun time, man. You and Atlas are just a joy to be around, and just to hear about where the project's going and what you guys are doing to push it, man. You guys keep it going, man. Keep it going. I'm super enjoying this Saturday. I'll watch some UFC. I'll compound some tokens and something and have a good time. At the Cobras, we're like we actually have a little group ourselves, and we call it the compounding group. And everyone like sends a screenshot of when they compound, and it's a lot of fun, man. I'm looking forward to what the future holds. Can I make some suggestions, if you guys don't mind?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so suggestions, and then I have some questions for you before you go. When we see that crypto is also here, man. Hey, I gotta applaud you guys for coming over tonight. Let's go. Full house. All
aboard.
Go ahead,
all aboard. We here. So yeah, the suggestions, man. Like you guys, like when I get to know, because I've got to know you personally, and I got to know Steve in the matter. Like, can we create the Eternity mainnet, bro, where we have all sorts of projects around DeFi that will fix utility on, like, let's say DEXs when it comes to NFT marketplaces, or when it comes to staking mechanisms that Ethereum's about to go through. I think you guys have that thing where Eternity can plug into all these sorts of sectors and create show groups within themselves, and then you have a crazy following. Like, you guys will do more than Drip or anybody. Like, that's something that's been on my mind a little bit, and I was like, all these things in DeFi need help in, like compound. When you go to like these websites to compound your like Celsius, for example, all of their rates sort of saturate. Why? Because the audience sort of saturates as well. So, but there's something like Eternity, man. Like, I see bigger visions, and I see you guys like becoming that seed for all these things. But that's just my expansion for now. I'll keep throwing sort of bullet points whenever I can, and I'll join you guys. I wish I could be here more regular. Honestly, what you guys are doing is you guys are doing an awesome thing, just educating the community, keeping you guys running. That's what we do at Cobras, huh, Alex? We do technicals, fundamentals. We go through all these tutorials together. So keep it flowing, guys. That's all my suggestions are for the week. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you, Z. Thank you. And I got a question.
Thank you very much, man.
Yeah. Tonight when we open up the stream, you can hear it on YouTube or here on Telegram. Later after it's posted. But yeah, we started with a fundamental kind of spirit here, just analyzing the current situation with the markets. We have a lot of global economic uncertainty. going on right now. Also, geopolitical concerns all over the world. You know, GDPs are dropping. Fiat currencies are losing value all across the globe. And you know, whether you're concerned about your assets, whether they're fiat or crypto assets, you want to be in a miner. You want to be in a protocol that's offering you that you know, high APR return on a daily basis that you compound. So we started there, man, and just going into how we're going to cross on over to mainstream, to the folks that have never even, you know, used, you know, any type of crypto, purchased it. They've heard about it, but you know, they're understanding. You know, we understand that as businesses start to fail, you know, as the recession, I personally believe, is here. And I believe it's here to stay for at least another 2-3 years. So I don't care if you've got a store at the mall, a restaurant, or an online business. You are, you know, certainly if you are looking around and you're seeing the little bit that, you know, the media is being, you know, allowed to share, you know, as the politicians,
but it's fine.
you know, have their control. You know, this isn't going anywhere, and you know, there's always a time, you know, to take advantage of opportunity and seeing that folks really want a product like this. So that's where we started, man. And you know, my question for you, Z, I see I have Crypto Boy as well. How have you guys been taking advantage of your link? And I know you guys have a DAO over at the Crypto Cobras, you know, DeFi education and analysis, fundamental and also technical in all of, you know, in my opinion, I've been with you guys, I think almost a year over there, of DeFi. How are you guys using this as a tool, as a money machine? Could you break that down for us a little bit?
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, down to it when it comes to the fundamentals or the technicals. Oh, dude, we're leveraging this thing. It doesn't matter if it's longing or shorting. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all these sorts of coins, including your fiat assets like gold and GU and everything, are printing money. Now, what you have to do here, like what we have, the challenges at Cobras is like once you've sort of compounded some money and leverage, how do we bring that into cryptocurrency? So then you tell folks, okay, get some Matic, get some Solana, get this, get that, create those staking mechanisms. So that's the first sort of layer. And then the third layer is to look for projects like Eternity that have a crowd that are like compounding, who are basically building on this accumulation phase. Overall, the markets as I see them are completely bearish. And we can say it's a bear market. It's like there's liquidity lockups happening all over the charts. And Bitcoin's down to 34K, gold is down to 1800 region. All these things are an accumulation stage, but it's not based on like sort of what's happening around the world. It's more like a lot of short sellers. A ton of these people at Wall Street, at sort of Main Street, at, you know, somewhere in Singapore, they're all sort of gathering their short squeeze. And this happened last year, and this happened the year before. It's a usual layer, and then when you accumulate those, that sort of nugget of like, let's say Eternity, you compound there, you take some staking on sort of Celsius, or you do and buy these things at the dip. That's how you do it. You basically have people leverage, and then they sort of put their assets in the right place. And with the Eternity thing, it's like we explained how DeFi actually started. I think what happened is a lot of people that joined Cobras later on, from 2020 to 2021 onwards, they came from the sort of meme coin, sort of Shiba phase and Doges. So they don't know what old DeFi is all about, which is compounding and mining pools. So when something like Eternity comes up, or things like Drip Network came up previously, it's the same model. These models end up succeeding quite likely. Because why? Because you guys are offering a sort of staking mechanism, but on a different level, man. Like, I've never compounded so many times in a day, for example, compared to like staking over the next 30 days or 60 days. So I know it's all over the place, and the answer is not straight and simple for you, but like, I hope I've kind of explained how we've been using Eternity.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I've been using you as an example as I've gone and talked to other lounge owners and explaining to them how we went and we did the AMA over at the Cobras. You had your invite link. You were already in, and you're compounding, and you're understanding that's as your community gets involved and they start compounding and they start bringing, their other contacts from other projects, from other servers, friends, family, how this is all, adding to the TVL, how this is all adding to the growth. And, we like the fact that we started with the miner, because it's almost like, when you compare it to drip, it's like having training wheels on a bicycle, right? It's a one level, it's not as complex. You're getting the high return on a daily basis, so, it's good to have, built our foundation. We have a small organic community of 1,300 plus members. And, now with the marketing that Steve H is bringing in, the relationships with other lounge owners, the cross marketing, we're doing a huge giveaway with the show. I think you already heard about that. So we're at a point now to really start expanding and growing, as well as, it's already under development. We're working on our giga miners that are going to be going cross chain, to AVAX, to Polygon Matic. We're going to, use those giga miners to create liquidity, all coming back into one ecosystem that's going to balance everything out. It's going to be a master grand vault. We call it the Grand Reserve, and that's just going to make sure that we have enough everywhere to keep everybody, with as much of a high APR on a daily basis as possible, whether you're in the drip upgrade or you're just in a miner. So that's something that we're very excited about. And once that's all fully fledged out, built, working, folks super happy investing, that's where we're gonna go to the masses with the mobile apps and going there. So man, thank you for being here. Shout out to Crypto Boy. I don't know if you want to say hello to the community here in the podcast tonight.
Always welcome. Now, as I said, man, I appreciate the energy, and I feel that as long as you guys just keep the academia going, have our leaders here, whoever's in this call here, if you bring out people, make sure that you explain to them how the strategies work, how you should compound over 6 days, 14 days. Honestly, I have 3 sorts of levels where I've got the 16-day club of compounding, I've got the 6-day club, and I've got the 32-day club. And we are compounding to those levels and then claiming later on. But that's the sort of thing. If you guys can keep that energy going with your own sort of crowds, and then when this thing really goes into mainstream, or when it goes post DeFi, and then we're having fun, right?
And we're gonna need your help. Not only having fun, but we're gonna need all those brains over there at the Crypto Cobras to help us out. And ideally, we want to do like a one time a week over there. There's a lot of folks asking questions about the contract solidity. How the actual contract is set up for those guys that come in and think they either they don't have the education, or they think that they can outsmart the smart contract, right? How they're actually brought down from that up to 8% to 7% and all the way down even below 1%. There's a lot of questions that having your astronauts over there on board. We'll see if maybe once a week we go over there and hang out with you guys and deep dive.
Sure, man. When it comes to solidity development, when it comes to the smart contract itself and how it's plugging in different variables, we can honestly look into many different regions that way and have a really good open chat every week. That'd be awesome. I think, so if people have heard, at Crypto Cobras, we do learn solidity every week, and we have regular classes, and we get through many, many cool courses. We're building DEXs, NFT marketplaces. So same thing with the mining pool here. It can be an awesome place to start and get different suggestions. But yeah, always welcome, and anyone's crowd is welcome to the astronauts in Crypto Cobras.
Thank you, Z. And can I get let's get this crypto?
Let's get this crypto.
Let's go. Man, what a vibe! What a vibe tonight. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. With that, Brad, we haven't heard from you tonight. I hope you are available. Bring that who needs a Chad when we got a Brad energy to the table, my friend. Want to see how you're doing in your development. This man's been on fire.
Thank you very much, Atlas. Always here, always happy to talk to the community. Just like to start off by saying what a monster Brett is, and clearly how far he's going to take this, you know, on his own by the looks of it. I read through your post and really examined it and gave me some great ideas to create one myself. And wow, like very, very impressed, dude. So hats off to you for that, because that was fantastic, man. And you're clearly very clued up in this space. So yeah, I think we can all learn a lot from you, dude. So hats off to you. I actually found myself a monster myself today. I think he's going to be huge in the community. He invested yesterday, and I spent best part of 3 hours on and off with the phone to him today. He's creating TikToks and Instagrams and Twitters. He is just all over this. He saw the potential, and he's just wow. I mean, you know, he may even surpass me the way he's going, the things he's talking about, and he is absolutely loving it. He's totally on board. He gets it. You know, he gets the fundamentals. He understands how it works, and he's not in crypto either. But people are just seeing the opportunity, and yeah, I don't know if he's created the TikTok yet, but he was. That's the first thing he said he was going to do, because he's on TikTok already. But I spent 3 hours on the phone to him on and off all day, just going through, you know, what he should be and shouldn't be saying to people, because he just doesn't, you know, he didn't understand the way that everything works at first, and he's very interested in phase 2, which obviously I have no information more than anybody else on, so he's just holding off a little bit till phase 2 comes. But I showed him Brett's link and page, and he was like, Christ, who's this guy? And I was like, I know. He's going to do very well, clearly. But yeah, I think he's going to be a monster. I really do. I think he's going to do fantastic in this space, because he gets it and sees the opportunity, and he's just all over it, man. And I actually gave up a sign in today. I mean, I didn't give it up. I had to move it till tomorrow to spend that time with him, because a little bit like yourself, Atlas, when you see somebody putting the work in and that effort and that enthusiasm, you take the time with them. And I did the same thing today, and got multiple appointments for next week, which is great. So we should see some more growth there. But yeah, I think I may have found myself a monster. So that's great news for me. It's great news for everybody else, and just looks like this thing's going to snowball when the new UI drops and phase 2 comes out. Everyone's super positive and loving those Aeon gains. You know, loving them. But none of my people have none of my people have claimed yet. And I had a few concerns. Oh, my daily earnings are down, and I said, bro, have you seen the Aeon you're getting? Like, the contract's adjusting itself and rewarding the people who are compounding by giving you the extra Aeon, and punishing the people who are claiming more often than they should be. And yeah, everyone's just super excited and loving those Aeon gains, especially myself. I think I compounded 7 times today. So yeah, just a real fantastic day, real positive, and may have picked up a monster. So excellent stuff going on over here, dude.
Thank you.
You're still on mute, Atlas.
Oh, thank you, man. I didn't realize that. Brad, I wanted to ask you a question. As you saw when we started the podcast, we touched on the global economic uncertainty, and we want to stay positive. We have to stay positive. And for those of us that are already here invested, we should actually rejoice, and I believe feel grateful, because we are hedged against the volatility. We're hedged against the loss of value in fiat that we're seeing, and we have every reason to stay positive. And we want our friends or families to also have that blanket of comfort that we go to sleep with every night. That if you're in a meme token, for example, you're always got to have that fear. If you close your eyes for a minute, someone's going to rug you, they're going to dump on you. We don't have that aspect here. It is quite fantastic. And I think you said the other day, out of everyone you've spoken to, only one person was not really certain at the time, and said, hey, I don't think I'm going to move forward. But if I understand correct, Brad, everyone's told you yes, and And the reason I ask that is because I truly do believe that folks are concerned, and they're trying to hedge against, you know, the inflation, everything that's really, you know, happening right now. And being, you know, an attorney is providing that. Do you think that correlates? That you know, you're seeing that folks are concerned. They're looking for that passive income, you know, pretty desperately.
Oh, dude, hell yeah! So one of my investors from 3 days ago, when I was telling him about it, he said he's desperate to get his money out of the bank and he wants to put it somewhere, you know, where he was going to buy gold. That was what he was going to buy, and now his plan is to, you know, earn his passive income with eternity. He's already in. And then, you know, when he's taken his initials out, use that to buy his gold, because that's just what he wanted to do. But yeah, I certainly do. Plenty of people, especially the people that I've been talking to, because obviously, as I said, they're not in crypto before. They can't believe this, you know, the way it works, the passive income. They can't believe it. And now that they've seen it and they're experiencing it and they're feeling it from the compounding and, you know, the potential claiming down the line, they're content. You know, they feel safer because the world's changing, and you know, you can accept it and admit it, or you know, you don't, but or you can move with it, or you can get left behind. And obviously, you know, people that aren't in crypto can be very skeptical because they just don't understand it. But as we always say, the right education, you know, it breeds confidence. And you know, I'm seeing that everywhere with the people that I'm signing. They're happy and they feel safe and they can see that this is something for the future. And I mean, yeah, for sure. I'm seeing it with every single person that I've signed. And just to touch on the guy that didn't sign up, he's you know, he's a friend of mine, and I can already tell you a very quick little story of what's going to happen, because there's 4 of them that they play golf together, and I can promise you now that what's going to happen is 2, 3, 4 weeks down the line, maybe not even that long, they're going to be playing golf together. The 3 other guys that have signed, they're going to be walking up the golf course, and nothing to do with me. They're just going to be saying, "Oh, how much did you compound today?" Or "I did my first claim," or you know, "I'm earning X amount." And his ears are going to twitch up, and he's going to think, "Oh, hell, man, this is the thing that Brad spoke to me about, and I didn't get involved." And you know, his tail's going to be between his legs, and he's going to come away from the water cooler with the Jimmies and the Billies, and he's going to call me up, and he's going to say, "Brad, I made a mistake. I'd like to get involved." And I can promise you that will happen. And in the coming weeks, you know, I'll give you an update when it does, because I promise you it will happen.
Man, I could already hear it, man.
Okay, bro, there you go.
The man's gonna feel left out, man. You feel like if they just threw him out of the window. Oh boy. Yeah. Look, I've seen it happen time and time again. You know, you see James at the water cooler. Oh, I heard that. Oh, I had the opportunity, but I was afraid. I didn't know what to do. But all the other guys at the office are making so much money right now, and they get in line. You know, little James and little Jimmy, man, they have to do the due diligence, and they have to take their time. And you know what? That's okay. You know, there's some folks that are more prone and open to risk, because you have to, as an investor, understand that if you're paralyzed, if you don't make a decision, if you don't take the time to do the due diligence, and you let fear control you and overtake you, you're out. You're going nowhere. And if your fiat, if your crypto, if your business is not profitable, expanding, and flourishing, I'm sorry, my friend, you're not going to be in business for long. You have to keep expanding. You have to find a way to make your assets, you know, give you that cash flow. It's just the way it is. If not, you're going to be a slave to it forever. So with that, let's see. Is there anyone else? Next caller. Somebody would like to get on with us tonight at the podcast. Maybe Crypto Boy. Do you want to say something, sir? It's been a while. I think it's the first time we have Crypto Boy on the Eternity podcast. He might not be able to speak. Maybe he's in a loud place or so. Or anyone else would like to come on, speak with us tonight.
I would like to speak.
Mr. Pumpty, go right ahead, sir.
This is the part of the VC that you hate the most, Atlas. It's because this is where we all take our hats off and take our time to appreciate and congratulate you, man. You know this is my favorite thing to do, bro. You've been working so hard behind the scenes, man. You come in here, you do these VCs. Excuse my children, I'm sorry. You do these VCs every single night, man. So I just want to take this time to appreciate you, bro.
Thank you for that, man. And it's the whole team, you know, it's you, it's Fortunate, it's you know, the community people. Steve H, man, he called me at 5:30 this morning. The man's been nonstop on fire. It might look like, you know, me because I'm the most, you know, present here speaking, but there's, you know, there's a set of folks here that have been here not for a week or two. You know, we've been here for weeks, you know, developing the project, getting everything going. You know, Gordy, I remember the first 2 weeks was pulling 18, 20-hour days. And, you know, as a designer, you know, you guys are going to be able to see the result of that. But when the guy was actually there, you know, so far, still to today, no one's put more time into this than Gordy. But all of our hours, I can tell you, the speedometers the numbers are rolling and they're going pretty fast. We're all putting a lot of time, a lot of effort, and thank you, Pumpty, for saying that. We all appreciate, you know, the compliment and your thanks, and you know, we throw it right back at you, man, because you're such an important part. You're one of the pillars and the foundation of the base, you know, of the foundation of this whole community. So we've worked together before, and you know, that's why I wanted you to be here working with us. I know what you can do. I know what you're about, and you know, it's an honor for us to be able to share with you, grow with you, build with you, and get this crypto.
Let's get this crypto, man.
Absolutely.
And I've been working with Gordy for 2 years now. 2 years. We just and always been a killer, man. He's a killer. And you know, everybody's got their own synergy and vibe that everybody works well together, and it's I think we got a really bright future here, man. I'm really excited, and excited to give out these NFTs too. I really am. But yeah, we got also many more posts coming up. We'll start to see some traction coming in here, and everything's the gears are starting to grind and get rolling here as we speak. So it's getting pushed out, and we're going to be trying to get in with, I won't name drop until we close it, but just one of the biggest BSC NFT projects. So you know, see if they want to cross promote with us, and I think we've got a good chance to do so, which would really change a lot and help us out to grow, help them grow. And you know, this whole thing is about one hand washes the other. So I will be anybody who's going to be pinning and posting us in the chat. You know, I will be putting a group link with everybody's link who is promoting us to their tokens, their groups, whatever the case may be. And we will post that in there, repin all of the giveaway messages with it. That way we can give the credit to the people who are really, you know, bending over backwards, helping us out. We do the same for them. And, you know, it's a big crypto community here. I love it. Best job I ever had.
You, Steve. And that's one thing I wanted to also point out with these NFT communities. Everyone is looking for passive income. You know, whatever your style, your taste of investing your crypto, you know, and your fiat as well. The folks are looking for passive income. It's just something that we can all understand. You know, whether you got a jump shot and you're playing for the NBA, those guys don't have a contract for 100 years. You know, they're making a lot of money, and with inflation, they're also understanding that you could have millions of dollars, and that could turn very easily, very quickly to salt and water. I remember 20 years ago or more, you know, paying 3 million lira for an espresso in Italy, and coming from America and say, wait, you know, it's less than $1 or $1 an espresso. You know, when you money print, it's just what happens. There is no free lunch here, guys. You know, the empires, you know, taking gold and mixing it with copper to dilute the actual, you know, true percentage of the real asset, the underlying asset. And I don't care what fiat currency you talk about, it is a debt instrument. That's what it is. So we have to hedge. We have to make it grow. And anyone, anywhere, I think clearly understands that. And the passive income play is just there for the taking, and it's our job to get it out there to everyone. With that said, guys, if there's anyone else who'd like to join us, make a comment, suggestion, ask a question. Maybe it's your first time here, or maybe you've been here and today you feel brave and you want to come and introduce yourself, tell us your story, your compounding. We'd love to hear from you. And if there's not anybody else, we're going to go ahead and close out the stream and just hang out for some time, as we always do. Is there anyone?
Hey, man, you enjoy the rest of your evening. Just one question on my side. Is there an upcoming AMA that I can attend? Any crypto groups that you'll be doing an AMA at?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you could put the mute, because I'm hearing an echo with
sorry,
your microphone. It's okay. Or maybe it was somebody else's. But yeah, the echo's gone. Thank you, Z. We have a upcoming AMA on Monday, and that's going to be at 8 p.m. UTC, 4 p.m. EST with the DeFi snipers.
Cool, man. Looking forward to that, man. I'll be attending. And then the other thing is all these AMAs here will be on YouTube soon, right? That we see here. So that'll be something cool to share with the crowd.
Yes, Gordy is handling that, and I think it's the same evening. Is that correct, Gordy? You're pushing it to YouTube every night.
The AMAs currently, so they are currently rendering at number 10 of 16 currently, and I expect them to be online all tomorrow.
Let's get this crypto.
Let's get this crypto.
Fantastic.
I can't wait till like the Alios and Altcoin Dailies and all these sort of individuals start talking about Eternity, man, in their calls. That'll be fun time.
Yeah, man. That will. I haven't thought that far yet, but we're going a step at a time, and we want to be really good at doing this and being able to receive the folks that need the education and turn them into, you know, really knowledgeable, you know, DeFi investors, and understanding the best strategy, and just taking them from average Joe, savage Josie, and they'll be able to, you know, teach somebody else and you know, do the same process. And that's growth for you, man. That's how it works. It starts just, you know, a small little community, and, you know, then a village, then, you know, a city, and then a nation of fantastic, you know, DeFi investors making the best out of their crypto investments.
Let's get this crypto.
All right, so let's close down the stream. Guys, thank you for attending. We wish you a wonderful night. Don't forget, for those that are in America, tomorrow is Mother's Day, a very special day. Make a call, take her out to a beautiful lunch or brunch, if you're able to, or you know, if it's overseas, you know, send some flowers. Mother's Day is such a beautiful day. Thank you for joining us. Have a great night.